Hello guys, so now we shall be discussing what are the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. Okay, previously in the previous lectures we have discussed the anterior relations of the first part, posterior relations of the first part of the duodenum. Now we shall discuss the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum, and then we shall discuss about the posterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. Okay, so we shall discuss about the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. So what are the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum? Now first of all you have to be familiar with the picture over here. What is the second part, right? So if this is a duodenum like this in short, so this part which I am highlighting right now will be your second part of the duodenum. So this would be your second part of the duodenum like this. This part is your second part of the duodenum. Now in the second part, so this all the way from here till here is the second part. So this all the way from here till here is the second part of the duodenum. Now in the second part, what are the important things you need to understand? What are the important things you need to understand here is that you should know one very important thing, that here you have got gallbladder. So this gallbladder, you see, it is overlapping the duodenum here, right? Not only the gallbladder, you have got one more structure here. Okay, let me draw it. So if you can figure this out, what is this structure which I am drawing right now? This is your ascending colon, and after that this structure which you are drawing right now, this is your transverse colon. This is your transverse colon, and just above the transverse colon I have got this structure. This is called as transverse mesocolon. What is this? This is called as a transverse mesocolon. Okay, so transverse mesocolon, transverse colon, and the gallbladder here we have got. Okay, now apart from this, are there any other structures additionally we have got over here? Yes, there is one more structure here in the center, and this structure which I am drawing here just roughly. So this structure with a lot of wavy patterns, this will indicate the loops of your small intestine. This indicates your loops of your small intestine, right? Now adding upon all of this, right, here is the exact place of your liver. On top of all of these structures you have got your liver. So above the duodenum we have got, what are the structures that, if this is the duodenum, right? So this is the part, this is what is this is the second part. Above this, what do we have? In the front here we have got gallbladder, right? And here there is a line that is going like this. This is called as transverse colon and transverse mesocolon, and also you have got the small bowel loop. Okay, next, loops of the small intestine, and adding upon all of them on the top you have got your liver. And in the liver also, especially if I divide the liver imaginarily into two lines like this, so this part of the liver is called as the right lobe, and this is called as the left lobe of the liver. This is called as the left, this is called as the right. So especially the right lobe of the liver is located in front of your duodenum. So let us write down all the structures whatever we have discussed right now. So the first important structure is the gallbladder. Second important structure which we have got is the right lobe of the liver. Right lobe of the liver. Third important thing we have got is the transverse colon. Transverse colon. Next important thing, this is called as transverse mesocolon. Okay, so let me write it down clearly over here. This is called as transverse mesocolon. Okay, and fifth important thing is this one we have got. What is this? Coils of small intestine. Coils of small intestine. So all these structures which I have just mentioned here, all these are the structures which form the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. Okay, so this is all you need to know regarding the anterior relations of the second part of the duodenum. So thank you so much for watching my video. Goodbye.